background. And we have the next session, that is a role of Regtech. And this will be presented by Mr. Abbas Bautia. He's the executive manager and the head of compliance and AML for BLOM Bank Qatar LLC. Right. So to quickly introduce Mr. Abbas, he's an executive manager at BLOM Bank since November 2008. A bank licensed by the Qatar Financial Center Authority and regulated by Qatar Financial Center Regulatory Authority. Mr. Abbas has 35 years of working experience, among which 9 years in one of the international audit firms, Deloitte, and Tushy Bank, Lebanon, and in addition to 26 years in the banking sector. Abbas holds the BBA degree in business administration from the American University of Beirut and a master's degree in business administration from the Lebanese American University. Mr. Abbas is also a certified anti-money laundering specialist since 2006 and a professional member of ACAMS organization. Mr. Abbas was an editor and member of the Arabic CAMS exam task force, who assisted in ensuring the translation quality of the CAMS guide from English to Arabic. Right. Thanks a lot, Mr. Abbas, for taking some time off your schedule to be a part of this particular initiative. I would leave the stage for you to present your. Thank you.
Thank you, Anil, for this kind presentation and introduction. Our topic is of significance since we are talking about Regtech and how much Regtech is crucial to financial institutions nowadays. Let me first share with you the presentation.
Mr. Abbas, you just have to click on the present button, and you'd have to share your entire screen.
Okay, I think I'm encountering some technical issues. Anyway, Anil, if you can share from your side the presentation, and I will present it if possible. Thank you so much.
Sure, I will definitely try to do that. You can start the session. I'll definitely have that sorted. One moment.
Thank you.
Just a moment, please. I'm putting the presentation on. I'm uploading the file onto the platform, Mr. Abbas, so that you can have it used. It's uploading. Okay, here
Okay,
it
great.
is.
Thank you.
I'll add it for you.
Okay, thank you
Yes.
so much. Okay. So we are talking about Regtech and the importance of Regtech nowadays in the financial institutions. Before starting, we have to know what do we mean by Regtech, which is regulatory technology. When we talk about Regtech, we have to talk about fintech, which is the financial technology. Since Regtech is defined as a part of fintech that focuses on technologies that allow the delivery of regulatory requirements in a more efficient and more effective way. So it's a subset of fintech that uses technologies to comply with regulatory requirements in a way to deal it more efficiently and effectively. It's also defined as platforms that combines regulations with technology. These technologies are created to facilitate for the financial institutions to comply with its regulations. We know that we have rules and regulations, we have laws that are issued from the competent authorities, and due to the digital transformation, okay, there are the Regtech, the importance of Regtech, the importance of using the technologies to comply with our regulatory requirements. And this is the importance and what is meant by Regtech. Now, is Regtech considered a compliance or a resource? In our opinion, Regtech is both. It's a compliance and a resource at the same time. We know that every environment, every organization have standards, have norms to comply with. Each financial institutions has rules and regulations to abide by because these rules are issued by its regulatory authorities and should be implemented by the financial institutions. Also, such regulations and rules, they may change from time to time, and laws may change from time to time. So the role of the compliance in the financial institutions is to make or sure that all these regulations are properly implemented by the various departments within the organization. In order to make sure that such rules are properly implemented, the regulatory authorities, they require from the financial institutions to use solutions which comprise internal control systems within the organization in order to comply with such rules and regulations. So Regtech, from this aspect, is a compliance. How do we perceive Regtech as a resource? We know that from the anti-money laundering point of view, there are challenges for the MLROs. In order to capture these challenges, there are solutions, Regtech solutions, that should be used by the AML department within the organization. First of all, we have the AML transaction monitoring software. Any organization, before onboarding its customers, it has to know whom is dealing with, who is this customer, what is the background of this customer, what's the type of business this customer is indulged with, what's the purpose of opening this account, how many transactions is expected, how many transfers ingoing and outgoing are expected. Okay, so these questions arise from the MLRO perspective, and the MLRO should have a resource, should have a solution that capture such challenges. And here is the importance of the AML transaction monitoring software. Such transactions may rise suspicious. Okay, there may be a suspicious transaction initiated by the MLRO. In order to handle such suspicious transactions, he or she, the MLRO, has to use such monitoring systems, because we have to make sure that such transactions are not blacklisted. These are not related to those persons that are blacklisted or sanctioned. We know that there are sanctions issued by the UN, by the OFAC, Bank of England, and others. And there are also local sanctions. So in order to make sure that our internal system is working effectively, we have to use such Regtech tool. It's very important for us to use such tool. Also, another solution we can use within the organization as money laundering reporting officers is the AML screening software. The screening software, as I mentioned before, there are certain individuals, entities, associated entities that are blacklisted, that are sanctioned. Also, there are politically exposed persons. When we are going to deal with customers, we have to make sure that such customer is not on the list. Otherwise, there will be heavy fines, okay, or de-risking, okay, that will be implemented by the correspondent banks. So therefore, such tool is a very useful for us in order to make sure that none of our clients that were onboarded match with the sanctioned or blacklisted individuals or entities. Also, we should have a solution that monitors the issuer and the receiver regarding the SWIFT messages. For example, in our institution, we use a monitoring tool called Smart AML. So in case a customer wants to send money, transfer to a certain beneficiary, we know our customer, okay, we have done due diligence on our customer, but we have to know the beneficiary, because the beneficiary is a customer of our customer, and there is also a rule, know your customer's customer. In order to make sure that the beneficiary is not blacklisted, is not sanctioned, we should use a special tool to monitor the issuer and the receiver. So such tools that I have talked about, such models, let's say, or solutions, they assist the AML department in detecting any suspicious transactions, in detecting any sanctioned individual or entities or group of entities that the organization may be dealing with. And it will facilitate our function, because as MLROs, since, for example, imagine in a very large institution, thousands of transactions that are operated daily, we cannot manually monitor such transactions. We need such tools, we need such models and solutions to assist us in our mission. Here, the importance of Regtech. So therefore, whenever any institution wants to make sure that all its transactions are genuine, all its transactions are controlled, they have to use such automated tools in order to comply with its regulatory environment. So this is my presentation about Regtech. I would like to hear any questions from the participants, and I would like to thank you for your attendance and listening.
Thank you so much for the presentation, Mr. Abbas. It was indeed an insight into the email screening software that your organization has been using. And with respect to the questions, we don't see any as of now. I would definitely connect with you at a later point of time once we get the questions. So generally, what happens is we would be getting questions at the end of the day with a list of questions with specific speakers assigned to theirs. So I'll definitely share that with you over an email, and we can have that. We can definitely connect you with the person who has asked those questions.
Thank you, Anil. Thank you so much for your attendance.
Our pleasure,
Have a
Mr.
nice
Abbas.
day. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Same to you. Bye-bye.